Perfect. Okay. How you doing? Oh man, I cannot even hear you. Uh, you're on mute. Okay. I can't hear you. It's on mute. Huh? There. mm, There we go.
What about now?
I hear you now.
Okay, cool, cool, cool. We got past the technical difficulties.
Indeed. How are you doing today?
Man, I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good. I cannot complain.
That's good. I'm
It
glad.
has been a pretty busy day. I know that.
Hey, productivity is better than nothing. So
Oh yes sir, always.
that's
But we
dope.
go ahead and get this thing on the road, get it started. I'm Roosevelt with the Small Business Network. This is the Small Business Network podcast. We're gonna go ahead and see if we can get this thing rolling, and see if we can have you go ahead and introduce yourself to us, and introduce you as our guest, and see who we got coming on to the show today.
For sure. Well, with no further ado, my name is Kalen McGuire. I am owner of Kalen McGuire Media, which is a multi-talented firm specializing in painting, mural services, digital media, and content developing illustrations like advertising or storytelling. And that is my business. Um, Other talents or gifts I have is also singing. I believe I'm having this podcast in regards to an event that I did with you all, and I was able to sing a music soul child song, "Love," and I got third place. Um, but I would say that's what I do. I went to for education. I went to University of Texas in Austin. I studied in art, bachelor of arts, and also business focus in social entrepreneurship and urban economic development and social, ethical, uh, and responsible leadership. So, um, a lot of my time in college was spent around in those topics, and I've had the pleasure of traveling abroad to China, to South Africa, and Panama City, Costa Rica too, to continue to just ascertain the wealth of information and knowledge I needed to embody to continue to build and grow my business. So, uh, and I'm from Dallas, Texas.
Alrighty, man. That's a wealth of information there. Knowing that you've been to some of those amazing places, like that is incredible.
Thank
A lot of
you.
people ain't been there, but if you had a passion for it, and pushing yourself to better yourself and do things that you want to do, sometimes it takes that adventurous part of you to get there. You know what I'm saying?
I receive
Um,
you.
okay, let's get into it. Let's see, for this fall schedule, third quarter, um, are there any upcoming events that the public should know of regarding KMM?
Yes. So in Dallas, Texas, September 5th, starting at 5 p.m. at the location Fort Oak Cliff, which is a nonprofit in Dallas, Texas, off of Ledbetter Drive. We'll be having a group art show. I say me and uh, a lead producer of the exhibit. Name is Marissa. Uh, we'll be having an exhibit that will just showcase local artists' work that reflect the memoirs of Dallas, essentially. And we hope that those that are in Dallas can know about it and will come to it. Um, Not necessarily out of a place of support, because you don't come to no restaurant because you try to support the restaurant. You come to a restaurant because you like the food. Um,
Hmm.
so if you want to come to the exhibit, um, the intent is just for you to enjoy whatever it is that is there, such as good food, good people, good connection, good conversations, and even also products that you can then purchase along the way. So that's one event that's coming up. And others right now, I would say that's all right now. I digress.
Okay. Okay. Well, yeah, that'll definitely work. That lets everybody know a little bit of what's going on. Ain't nothing like a really good event, really good food. Things, art, everything that you want to look at. Kind of gets you one out the house. Two, you get a chance to just mingle with people and meet new people, different things like that. Um,
Very true.
I noticed you say, we talking about business. What services and products do you offer, and how can we reach you, or the people that actually goes on and listen to this podcast? How would they be able to reach you if they're not in the Dallas area, or they're not right there with you?
Well, I will say this off the jump. I do travel to you, whether you're in another state or whether you're in another country.
Oh
Definitely.
man.
Uh, you can reach me via through my email, which is Kalen@KalenMcGuire.com. That's KALEN at KALENMCGUIRE. That's the Kalen McGuire, Kalen@KalenMcGuire.com. Um, and or you can reach me via through phone, which is 469-645-8002. And
Okay.
again, my capabilities or broad experience is in it can be in general painting, interior, exterior, and also is in specialty painting. That's where we're talking about figurative or narrative type of works um,
Okay.
on wall or whatever surface. And then we also have the capabilities to do digital illustrations too, and as well as we have the ability to do the digital media type of work that helps you to create content, whether it be for social media or it can be a headshot. It doesn't matter. Um, you're all around well-rounded in, in capabilities. It'll just be a matter of you can have a conversation with me, and we can then figure out what will be the best game plan uh, for execution. So, yeah, that's what we do.
All righty, man. That's definitely big because one thing about this game right here, as far as social media and everything. I mean, content is, I mean, it's the key to a lot of it.
Very,
You gotta have that content. You gotta be putting things out there for people to really know what it is you're doing, what you're about. Branding yourself, different things like that. So what you do is definitely a must. So we will in the comments, whenever it's over, whatnot, for the people that goes on and views the replay, make sure that you throw that email and that number down in the comments for
I
them. That way,
got you.
they'll be able to reach out to you, stuff like that. Um, let's turn the corner a little bit. What made you want to start singing?
Good question. That's that right there would be family. My family is musically inclined, musically gifted, and I remember hearing them sing ever since I was, I guess, less than 5 years old, and
Hmm.
so that is a that's a gift, an ability that's just embedded in my DNA. So that
Oh yeah,
is what led me to sing. Uh,
yeah, yeah. That's. I mean, a lot of people that sing. I have an 18-year-old, and I remember when she was young, she
mhm.
was she was in the choir, and she was about 5 years old, but she sung with the big choir because that's it's just kind of something that if you got it, it's there, and you gonna take heed of it and utilize it because everybody can't sing, but everybody loves singing.
That's true. That's true. I think like everyone's hope beginnings, especially in the colored South, church is that first location that most folks who can sing,
Yeah,
and then others will be in the household. Um, but I will say that one thing about singing that I like to throw in: the intention about your words are important. Um, the better you're able to craft intentional language that projects via through the air support that you have in singing, the better that you are able to resonate and connect with the greater good of yourself, and as well as you're able to allow folks to experience that too, transparently. So that's my and my spiel on that.
yeah, makes a lot of sense.
It's a
Yeah, that definitely makes a lot of sense. Um, Tell us a little bit more about where you're from.
where I'm from, Dallas, Texas, is where I was born, and I've lived in my hometown, specifically the southwest. I think it's southwest of Dallas, which is Duncanville. So probably about smooth 15 or 20 minutes away from downtown Dallas, and it's like a buffer zone uh, between hood and suburb. And so being here, a lot of being here has always felt like to me like I've been in the middle of all walks of life. Whether you you have the urban society, uh, you have the highest socioeconomic neighborhoods. You have the country in a bit too, neighborhoods. Uh, you even have uh, those who don't necessarily live in a residential home, but still find a way to make themselves home,
Yeah,
and to be in the midst of that, I think that has shaped me to have a sense of competence um, and acknowledgement for people, no matter where you're from, no matter where you're from, and that has shaped and developed my character. Uh, yeah, I can't really say too much about Duncanville because Duncanville is it just kind of houses. It's almost like a melting pot that houses many cultures and many different socioeconomic backgrounds. And quite honestly, you even got the baby boomers in this neighborhood, so in this community. So it's I guess you can make it whatever you need it to be. And for me, I've had the opportunity to make it the very thing that I needed for it to be. Uh, in regards to like, I'm a real big New York fan, so I like New York music, and to give you like the era type of sound, like most Def type of music. And so to be listening to that, that was a time when I would like walk to local yards, and in doing that, uh, I had this thought of like wanting to get a job quickly, like when I was like 9 years old, and they tell me to come back when I'm 18. Um, I guess I don't know if that's a tenacity of type of drive that New Yorkers have, but I just kind of had that early on. There'll have been times when I would then be speaking, and then someone asked me where you're from. I'm like, I'm from here, from Duncanville or Dallas, Texas, and some people may think I was from New York or something. So I think that you know Duncanville has been a place environment where I've been able to hone in on learning how to immerse myself in different cultures, and I take and use what is supportive to the destiny that I'm going towards, and how I allow for my purpose to be used via through just doing my best to comprehend the different mixed environment that Duncanville has to offer for me.
Makes sense. Makes sense. Sound like it's a good place to be.
It is. It is. Out the way.
Okay. How do you add business into your singing?
Simply by being accountable. I don't make it so difficult. It's just the more times I have the opportunity to sing, the more I know that I'm being accountable with my spiritual gift, which is nothing to be played with. And that in itself is a business. Um, I think when it comes to it being integrated in Kalen McGuire Media, I'm in a place where I may have to either create a whole nother entity for that or find ways to renovate Kalen McGuire Media and integrate it in there. But it's always been it's always been a thing. It's always been together. Music and business, simply in layman's comprehension, whatever you do for to serve other people via through your abilities is business. Period. I didn't know I was in that. I was doing that when I was young, when I was in church, and the congregation benefited off of me just having a level of having a level to again having a level of understanding to just do it. And I didn't know that was a business at the time, but I just doing it. But essentially, I began to learn that everything is some form of business. Doesn't always have to then have a monetary gain to it. But if you're doing it with purpose, and also you are knowing what you're needing to grow for yourself, you know when to request monetary benefits from your abilities that you provide to people, or otherwise you won't have anything for yourself, and you won't be able to then grow respectfully and make a living.
Makes sense. You get to a certain level of understanding, and you kind of know how to distinguish what it is, you do with what, as far as business, as far as singing, and all the things that you're walking into. Definitely a must, and definitely a plus.
Indeed.
Uh, what's the future for your talent? Like what are you gonna do with all that talent that you got?
Oh, I can say this. I don't even know. I can say a scripture real quick. Does a fox know where he's gonna get his food from? Does the bird know when the bird gonna get his food? Um, I'm paraphrasing, and probably it's not even exactly as that. But I would say, if I'm the vessel who has that gift, and I'm doing what I just do, then I'll be all right. Um, um, I hope I answered your question. I don't think I answered it correctly, but uh, where is it
I mean,
going?
you
Where is it going? I can't, to be quite frank with you, I just know that it's going to grow based off of the more experiences I have to apply my knowledge. And from my wisdom, my goal is to just use my wisdom to then create create music or sing music that connects to the wisdom that I have inside of me, and allow that to then be like rain for the generation of soil of people, of good soil of people who can receive it, and to just create this rejuvenating effect on others via through how I use music as a tool to help you recollect your empowerment of who you are, or the, how can I say, good feelings when it comes to relationship. Um,
Hmm.
Good feelings when it comes to relationship, not only with just others, but also with God. Uh, and yeah, good, good, or just challenging experiences where it's like, yeah, I'm gonna have to sing through this, and I know that this right here can be uh, uh, um, a tool to provide salvation for someone who may be in a held or hostage type of place in their life where they feel like they can't. There's no one who's understanding them, and so music is that gateway good drug to 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 do that and send that help or that service.
Sounds like a plan to me. Yeah,
Thank you.
definitely, definitely. Yeah, because music soothes the soul, and it does so many different things that on the outside you can't see it, but on the inside it's working.
Man,
So yeah, yeah, yes, definitely a big thing.
absolutely.
Um, let's see here. What makes you happy about where you are now?
Uh, what makes me happy about where I am now? Simply, I had a moment before we got online, and I was like, my phone ain't buzzing, uh, and I am with myself outside, and I started thinking, like, this is good. This is very good. This is I think that was a time when I'm like, I want to be in a presence of like many different people, but it is, as I've begun to then just mature more into like, I guess, this season of where I'm at, learn to have this gratitude of being cool when uh, I just have literally my basic needs. And my basic needs, yeah, it really start with a peace of mind.
Yeah, definitely that.
So having a peace of mind, and knowing that my breath is working and my heart is working,
Yes, sir.
grateful.
Definitely
And then on
grateful.
top of that, I have shit, I'm living inside of a house. I'm not on the street nowhere. I got food I was able to eat today. Um, and I have the pleasure of having a garden that I've been able to start like a lemon seed and planting some soil, and now it's like 4 feet to 5 feet tall. And I'm like, that's dope. That's like I'm connected to life, so I don't have nothing. I don't really have no complaints. That's why I'm happy.
Yes, that's a blessing. That's definitely a blessing. Um, man, this has been a great interview. Great interview. I definitely enjoyed everything that we talked about. Uh, want you to go back and in the comments, make sure you put your information where anybody that wants to reach out and the people that watch the replay where they can kind of see what it is that you do, and the things that they can, the ways that they can actually benefit from what you do, especially with you dealing with content and the different things that you deal with. There is people that need that, and it's a must, and some of them need it ASAP.
For
So
sure.
yeah, so we definitely want them to have the chance and be able to get a hold to you if they need to. This has been another great interview with the Small Business Network podcast. Glad to see you guys. If you get a chance, go back, watch the replay, and we will see you next time. Until then,
Indeed.
y'all have a good one.